All right, Scorp, something about this has like an empowering feeling to it. So from Lay Vampire, Rebellion, Upstart, Tumult, and Revolution, which immediately I'm like, oh boy, what is this about? And then you pull Passion from Chakra Wisdom. When you're looking at Rebellion, this is saying that you need to follow your own soul's true path. This is what you're being called to do now. And if you're looking at needing to rebel against someone or something, when you're looking at Passion, right? It's saying that you are correct to feel passionate about your position. Follow your instincts, for you know intuitively what is right for you. The thing with Passion with this deck is it talks about family and friends criticizing you for following a passion, right? But it's telling you to be authentic and take a stand for yourself. Follow your passion here. All right, Scorp. Here's your overall for the week. Oh, buddy. Wow. I have not seen that as a signifier in a while. What is happening, Scorp? So, new beginning here. New offer. New start. The Ace of Cups for Scorp. Yes, yes. For any water sign, we're going to be like, yes, gimme. Oh boy. We'll see here. In the past, the Seven of Cups, if this is what's in front of you right now, and if everything here is about what you do with this, with the Seven of Cups as the past coming through, I do think that this is something that you have fantasized about, right? I don't think that you're looking at other options. I think that this is something that you've been thinking about, but then also fantasizing about what could possibly be. But now all of a sudden, here it is. It's like real. Like you took directly out of your dreams and fantasies and boom, there it is, Oh shit. Oh, Scorp. Now with the Ace of Cups, right, if we're talking about a new beginning, a fresh start, this could be about anything that's going to make you feel really good, right? Like you feel this overflowing of emotions. It makes you happy. This could be love. It could be a new spiritual connection. But with the moon being in the present moment, ew, boy. And I'm waiting to see what's going on in the environment. But looking at the moon and with the Seven of Cups kicking this off, I have to wonder if some of you are not, seeing this accurately. It may have been something that you've been fantasizing about, but something about it just doesn't seem right. Like something doesn't seem clear, right? Because the moon, looking at things in a distorted way, unrealistic fears and anxieties, needing to pay attention to your instincts when it comes to dealing with something that you're not really sure about, But why? Why is the moon there? Besides dealing with Pisces, right? Oh, wow. Scorp, wow. Future conditions, the Ace of Pentacles, and then you have the 10th. Wow. I think for you, it's, I don't think that this is two different opportunities. I think that the way that you're seeing it is different. I look at this and think, for you, it's about being realistic about what is going to happen in the long run, right? But not only that, but if this is something that, you've been fantasizing about, it makes you feel good, it's really what you want, I think that in future conditions, you get to a point where, like, let's look at this realistically and practically, This may have been fantasy-based, but here it is in front of me. It's absolutely what I want. But I also want this to carry me through. Is kind of how I feel looking at that. Wow, Scorp. Oh, shit. Yeah, your best path to follow, the Two of Cups. Now, if we're looking at this in terms of a relationship, right, the advice here would be, for you to really look at the connection because of the moon. That's kind of what I worry about there. The other thing, though, too, is whether we're talking about a relationship or a business opportunity or whatever it is, is it a good fit for you? Is, being involved with another person, whether, it's work or relationship, good for you? Are you guys seeing eye to eye? Are you seeing something the right way? Because, again, I go back to the moon and think there's a lot of distortion when it comes to this. You may be looking at it one way and somebody else is looking at it as another, but does it lead to something that's going to be realistic here for both of you? Are you seeing it the same way? Wow. Okay. All right. And that may be where the confusion is coming through. The Ten of Swords in your environment. This to me is saying that you've already been through the worst. You've already been put through it. There has been a difficult ending here. It's still very much a part of what is coming through. So it makes me think that this is something that I think that in the past you may have been looking at it going, this really could have gone a different way, and kind of fantasizing about it and not expecting it to all of a sudden, boom, here it is again, right? Because of the way things may have ended, and that may be where the confusion is coming through. This is great and all, but, is this realistic? Especially considering that this may have happened before, because I kind of feel like that coming down on this, especially with the moon being there. Now, the other thing, though, is, are you calling it quits because there isn't, a lot of clarity on where the hell is this coming from? Are you sure? Are you sure that this is something that, you want? And I think you do. I get the feeling here that this is something that you very much have wanted. But do you feel like it's the right thing for you anymore? Wow, Scorp, the hell is going on? Your hopes and your fears, Jesus, with the aces. The Ace of Swords. Your hope here is to have, clarity, especially with the moon being there. Seeing things clearly, having the truth, being able to speak your own truth here. But I think that, given the fact that we're looking at the Ten of Swords, with the Ace of Swords being there, I think that it's you kind of hoping to see the truth of the situation in an unbiased way, I think. Because I still get the feeling with the Ten of Swords, this may be something that you've either been through and something has ended in a really difficult way, but all of a sudden, boom, here we go, let's start again, right? In the moon, what the fuck, where is this coming from? Or you're calling it done because it's not realistic or you don't think it is, but yet you still have the Ace of Pentacles coming through. I think that you're struggling to see, the truth of the situation or clarity. And it may be that for some of you, you just need somebody to speak up. What is this really? What is this really about? What do you really want here? But I don't think that it's you, getting overly involved with something that you've been wanting. Because I'm not looking at the Nine of Cups here. I need an explanation. That's what I get from that Ace of Swords. Oh boy, and then coming out, the High Priestess. Wow. So definitely, if we're talking about spiritual connection here, if that's how you come out, hell yeah. Having the keys to that hidden knowledge, right? Paying attention to what that intuition is telling you here. But I also look at her, and especially with the moon being there, thinking that it's not deception to me. Because, whatever information that you're looking for clarity on involving this, I think it's you, intuitively knowing what the truth is, even though it may not be outright spoken by somebody else, right? But, I also feel like with her, that things are being kept bottled up or being kept hidden, but not with the intent to be deceptive. Because I still look at this and go, what the hell? Like, I'm not understanding. Judgment. Good Lord, what in the world? Judgment in the Seven of Cups. You know, this to me is like you're okay with fantasizing about something, but then at the same time, it's like you kind of get to the point where it's like, you know, I've been keeping this secret. I've been kind of keeping this to myself, but, you know, I need to really look at this for real now and just kind of like leave it be. You know, it is what it is, right? But all of a sudden, boom, here it is, right? Now, with the Queen of Swords looking at the Moon and the Ten of Swords, this is definitely you going, look, you know, I'm not bullshitting around here. Like, if this is actually real, if this is a real possibility here, I'm not playing games here. I need to have truth. I need to have clarity. Don't bullshit me. That's what I feel like with this, especially if you're dealing with another person. The Nine of Cups, right? It's what you want. It's what you want. You know? But are you keeping that to yourself? Because there isn't a lot of certainty with it, especially if, you know, something has ended in a really difficult way, right? Like, yeah, you know, this would make me happy. It would make me feel good. But, you know, I'm not going to be that stupid here and just, you know, accept this. It's like you're not willing to accept this for what it is. You're not ready to act on it, right? You kind of need to see how things are going to go first, right? You need to watch. You need to let the intuition open up here, especially with the Moon being there, because I keep going back to that with the Ten of Swords going, what the hell? You know, especially with the Seven of Cups kicking this off. I do think that, you know, for you in the past, you may have been thinking about, well, yeah, it did end this way, realistically, but in your fantasies, it may have gone a different way, or you may have hoped that it would go a different way. You may be fantasizing about something, and then boom, here it is, and you're like, oh, wait a minute now, right? Things don't just happen like that, you know? And I kind of go to rebellion with that Queen of Swords. And I feel like, you know, for you, yeah, absolutely, being direct. I'm not playing around. I'm not bullshitting. Don't do it to me. But you're also going to follow your passion here and what you feel like is right for you. You know? Whether we're talking about, again, a work relationship, a romantic relationship, or if we're just talking about what is a good fit for you. What do you feel like is right for you? You know? And then teach, damn. All right, so strength. You are stronger than you realize here, and you have the strength to have a new life, like a brand new life. That is what birth is, beyond an actual birth, right? You know, so for those of you who are having kids, congratulations, right? Babies. But I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking that, you know, the reason why we're looking at strength is because of, you know, how, like, mysterious this whole situation is and how weird it is and how it's just coming about. It's like fantasy to reality. Like, you know, that doesn't happen for a lot of people. You know, what you've been fantasizing about, it never really seems to be what ultimately happens. But for you, it's almost like, this is exactly what I've been fantasizing about. Wait a minute. You know, that's not right. So there's a need to pull on your strength here to have a brand new life with birth, but teach, right? This experience is something that you are going to be able to teach other people about, right? Like you're going to be able to teach by example. You know, there is nothing here for you to learn. I don't think this is about learning a lesson at all. I think it's about just really weird things happening here in a really good way, I think. After, like, devastation, though, with the Ten of Swords. But I look at teach and I think, yeah, there's something of value here that you're going to be able to pass on. And the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love and what you have a love for, especially with passion being there. But I see this as a message to you that the love that is surrounding you is real. It's real. It's actually real. which is it's a good thing. It's great. It's perfect, right? Especially for those of you who are looking at, you know, a relationship here. Wow, Scorp. Yeah, this one blows me away a little bit here. But yeah, you know, it would make sense here that you're being given this advice here to just kind of reaffirm that, you know, this isn't fantasy. It's not an illusion here. You know, you may feel like that, but this is real. This is actually real this time. Don't focus on, you know, worst case scenarios or the problems from the past. Don't do that, right? Like, just concentrate on the love that's being put around you and surrounding you. It's almost like, to me, this feels like divine intervention. Honestly, like, love is all around you, and it's real. Like, it's real this time. The universe is actually responding to what you've been wanting, what you've been wishing for, hoping for, fantasizing about.